Hi. Um, I'm Cynthia. Thank you for welcoming me today. Not really used to the whole group therapy environment. And do we think? Too late. I did. And I meant it. Thank you all for being so welcoming. As welcoming as we can be. When I was thinking of her today. It was when I went out to look at the sun. No, I wasn't staring at the sun. I'm not self-harming. Well, not like that. Not anymore. I mean, I haven't for years. You know, right after she went away. I mean, left us. I mean, died. I'm able to say it. It was years ago. Yeah, but right about then, that there was a brief period of time when I felt like I didn't want to live anymore. Not like killing myself per se, but like not living anymore either. Just no plan or anything. Just like I would stare at the sun and I would wish to be absorbed into it. Like lighthearted wishing like that. A little joke for those of us who have had lighthearted wishes. I'm sure you all can relate. Anyway, now I realized that when I look at the sun, I mean, just for a minute, I don't think of it as the sun. Like I look at it and I realize that I think of it as who we. And I know that's ridiculous, right? I look at the sun and I actively think of it as who we. I mean, who we sure is burning bright today. I better put on some sunscreen or who we is gonna get me today. You see, the reason is my dad, he would come to babysit a lot. I mean, he loved her. I mean, who didn't? She was, she was that age. She was just 3 when well, anyway, he was one of those guys who speaks like, I mean, every morning in the summer, he would let out this noise like, "Hoo-wee! The sun is shining today, folks!" I mean, and he figured out pretty quickly that when he made that noise, she'd laugh, and then when she laughed, I laughed, and everyone was laughing. So he would get up, he'd creep out into the guest room, and then like out of nowhere, without warning, "Hoo-wee!" And he would just, we'd like make it bigger and bigger every time. And she would, she just cackle with delight, like every time without fail. I mean, soon he forgot to even keep mentioning the sun. It was just like their little morning ritual. I mean, even when my dad wasn't visiting, she would look at the sun outside and say that. Hooey! It's the hooey, Grandpa, hooey. And half the time she'd crack herself up, But and even as she began to get other words, like moon and stars and I mean, all that she'd get, but it doesn't hurt that Goodnight Moon was it was her favorite book, so the moon she knew well. But she just had this one word. Like she'd point at her picture book and And moon, star, cloud, rain, hooey, tornado. Tornado she had, but not the sun. Yeah. Yeah, the sun, the hooey, as it's called in our house. I'm not sure where I was going with that, but it's sunny a lot here, Florida. You know, I mean, y'all know, you live here too. But yeah, I mean, when you're driving, it's sure it's a bitch, huh? I mean, really, we were going down I-95 some days. I can barely see, and I wonder how are we not all just crashing into each other, right? Nonstop. I mean, why are we going so fast? Why are we going so fast down the freeway like that? Why does everyone here drive so fast? I mean, we can't see anything at all. Like, we can't even see anything behind us when we're backing out, but like people still just zip down their driveway like there's nothing behind them, and when there is someone behind them. I mean, it's been years, so that particular thing, it doesn't get me so angry anymore, but it still gets me a little angry still. Oh. You know what really gets me is that I'll see something, a word that's like long and complicated, and what I'll think is, she never got to learn that name. You know, it just comes out of nowhere. The other day I was in my garden trying to plant some romaine for the first time, and I look at this little seed packet, and it says on it, Lactuca sativa. And out of nowhere, it comes to me, she will never hear that phrase. She'll never hear Lactuca sativa, and she'll never know that it means romaine, and she'll never know that the antioxidants that they're found in romaine lettuce. Or like, did she even ever eat romaine lettuce? She already hated salad. I mean, she hated her vegetables. Only 3 years old and giving me lip about vegetables. But I mean, she'll never know how good some of them are. You know, how like good roasted vegetables are. How to plant something in the yard, or what the scientific names of plants and animals are, how we find them, what the sun is called, what it means to us, and the plants, and like how we like orbit around it. She orbited it. She orbited around it and never knew what it was called. Or maybe she did and she just chose not to. I don't know. I'll never know. Yeah. Yeah, it's that, you know, it's what she didn't get to know. That gets to me. It's been getting to me a lot lately. I can't look at things without thinking of her not knowing it. What? I'm sorry? Her name. Oh, it was well, I think maybe sometimes, I just have trouble, like, maybe next time. Yeah, I think it's someone else's turn. Just, yeah. Yeah, I'll name her then, okay? Yeah. Just for now, it's, it's hooey.
Beautiful.
Oh, bravo.